and Beverly Bernetti, and our leading ladies of Long Beach. You know what? A couple of months ago, everyone on our show was a guy. We missing that female presence. And we got Ellen Kramer, who's a community activist, a great person, and she has a great segment tonight. So Ellen, the floor is yours.
I just wanted to take a quick second on promoting just one thing, if you don't mind. I became a mom about 18 years ago, and I had a lot of friends in my life, and I was the first person that had a child and felt alienated. I felt alone. I felt like, what am I doing? My world is upside down. I joined an organization called the National Association of Mother Centers, where I joined a group of moms, much like myself, and learned that I was not alone. I felt justified. I felt I wasn't alone, and everything I was going through was normal. I met Howie 3 years ago when I was on this show promoting a Mile for Mothers walk that we had here in Long Beach on the boardwalk. This year, obviously without the boardwalk, we've put together a virtual campaign that's quite remarkable, and it's all online. I'm just wanting to let you guys know to honor a mom in your life, whether it be your own mother, your sister, your daughter, your neighbor. If you make a donation, you put their name on a shoe that scrolls across the Long Beach Boardwalk on the website. And that information I can give you if you'd like. There are cards here with the information. mileformothers.org is the place to find that. So I just wanted to let you know. I want to welcome Beverly Bernetti here, teacher of LARC program. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had all the students here doing amazing, amazing things. And I would be remiss not to sort of make a special note. As a leading lady of Long Beach, we felt this week we wanted to honor Beverly. So welcome.
Thank you. When Ellen called and said that she would like to talk to me, I said, well, what about the kids? You know, it's so often that the children are honored, and they do such a great job, so I'm happy to be here to talk about whatever Ellen might like me to talk about.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I need to know, and I think everybody here would be amazed to hear, tell me how long have you been doing this with LARC here in Long Beach?
Well, I've been in Long Beach 17 years. I had 13 years in the city prior to this, and 7 of those were gifted and talented. So it's been 24 years that I've been working with this type of population, and I have to tell you, there's not a day that I don't enjoy going to work.
What do you love about it the most?
Well, first of all, seeing children, I can't call them children anymore, my ex-children who are now full adults, like Jessie Klersfeld, who's a LARC student of mine. And a few weeks ago I was on the show, and you had Jennifer Nash here, who is this valedictorian of the high school, and she was also a student of mine. So I love the fact that I get to see the children grow. I work with them for 3 years in a row, which is also wonderful. And then to see, you know, as a Long Beach resident myself, that how they turn out when they grow up, it's always wonderful. And I go to proms and they show up and they hug me and they're like all of a sudden these big boys and, you know, teenage girls. It's just wonderful.
That's awesome. I think that also lends the fact of this community in Long Beach that we are so close and together that you do see these children way after they, you know, pass through your program, and you see them 17, 18, 19 years old. It's really awesome. Over the years, I was interested when we spoke over the phone in what you've noticed as pinpointed change from when the program started, when you took it over, to what you see today in 2013 with the children and the program itself.
Well, I have to say that the children really are the same in the sense that they're great kids, they're kind, they're good, they all want to learn, and that has been since day one. I've never seen a change in that. Some of the things, like originally it was a kindergarten through 5th grade program before I came here, and then it was 2nd through 5th when my own children went through the LARC program, and now it's 3rd through 5th. So those are just some of the changes, and also I'm very fortunate now to have a wonderful partner, Caitlin Fuentes, who is as passionate about this as I am, and you know, to have someone like that work with you every day and feel so, you know, into this program and really with the children, it's wonderful.
That's awesome. And you know, when I did have the opportunity to interview Jen Nash a few weeks ago, I had asked her something about the LARC program and what she took away. What was her one memory that she took and where she is today? And I remember her distinctly saying, I loved how Ms. Bernetti had us underneath the table, underneath the desk, and let us draw on the bottom of the desk like the ceiling in Sixteen Chapel. Right. Just that idea to think outside the box, to be creative, to do something different. And it's kept, it stayed with her at 17, 18 years old, so it's really awesome. In line of all of this, I just want to say the reasons why we did pick you as a leading lady of Long Beach is just what you've just mentioned. All the growth here in Long Beach in the community with our children, and it's not for our children. We want to see them go forward with strength and with courage and, in a really good place. And I think there's a big part to do with the Lark program.
Thank you so much. I really was, very honored to be here tonight. And like I said, I love what I do, and to see the children just grow and become, full adults and achieve so much. And that's really what we want. I think every teacher feels that way, and every teacher really cares about their children, and to see them become good adults and happy adults, and that's really what we want.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Give it up for Ellen Kramer and Webb Bertinetti, two amazing people here in Long Beach. Last couple of minutes I want to end with. Everyone love movies. Rocco Pasafumi is our movie critic, inspiration. Rocco, what do you have to say today?
The movie that I did this week was one that Halftime Howie personally wanted me to do. It was one called The Big Wedding with Robert De Niro and Diane Keaton. And as far as the film goes, it definitely tries to be like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but it's kind of a little more like a raunchy version of it. And I don't think it's quite as clever as that movie is. Like when you do a raunchy movie, you have to be clever with it, and it doesn't really work for this kind of movie, But basically, I would give the movie 2 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Folks, we really ran out of time, but I'd like for everybody to stay because a former member of the congregation has a very compelling story. We ran out of time on the show, but would like to film it for YouTube, so we'd like everybody to stay because it's a very interesting, compelling story. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. Neil, a quick word, have the final word, then I'll wrap up.
Did everybody enjoy the show? Temple Emanu'el family, we want to welcome you as a new member of the family and your new home for your show. So thank you, Howie.
It's my honor. I have gotten such a warm and lovely response. I feel like family here at Temple Emanu'el, and I think this is the beginning of a beautiful and long relationship. Rabbi Herman, Neil Vogel, and so many people, thank you so much. But we've run out of the end of the show, but please stick around for a very compelling segment after the show. But let me wrap with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time. Please join us next Sunday night for another edition of Halftime. But at this time, we are out of time. See you next.